Hey everybody, and welcome to another exciting movie review. Today we are going to be discussing Barbie.
Hello there, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and children.
Now, if you're not familiar with this channel, Sell Me a Movie specifically is a subcategory that you guys can watch. We've done other things like short films or table reads, but here what we do is we discuss films either that's out in theaters already, Blu-ray, streaming, or ones that have already been out for a few years or even decades. Biggest thing that you guys could do, and I personally love, is leave a comment down below of what movie you guys want me to see and get my opinion. Opinions matter, so leave a comment down below as well to let me know what you guys think of the movie Barbie. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Barbie, of course, is directed by Greta Gerwig. It does star Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling. You have Will Ferrell in there. You have Issa Rae, Kate McKinnon, Emma McKee. Let's see. Some of the other familiar names is Dua Lipa. You have John Cena in there. Simu Lee. The guy who played in Shang-Chi, that's basically where I know him from. And like I said, there's a whole bunch of other cameos in this film, which is kind of makes it exciting. Overall element of Barbie, I thought it was a pretty fun movie. Now, what I will say in the very beginning, and you see Barbie kind of come down off of her dream house, or a certain way that they walk, certain way that they jump or fall. I was kind of put off, like, wait a second, what's going on? This is weird. But then I had to go into the realization that the whole concept of Barbie, the movie, is like if you're playing with the Barbie doll. So the way that they come off their dream house where they're kind of floating in the sky, that's because you're holding the Barbie and dropping her down. The way that they fly or walk is exactly how you would make them walk, as you have your hands or fingers on them onto their legs. What I will say is this is a great film for a mother and daughter. I mean, men, they may get a kick out of it too with some of the lines, and honestly, Ryan Gosling is pretty funny in some of the films. But if you are very much the type of individual that is very strong in masculinity, and I know people say, oh, toxic masculinity, there's also toxic femininity too. So keep that in mind. What I am saying is that this film, the further it goes down the beaten path, the more and more it makes men look non-masculine, non-smart, and a lot of those negativities. But again, this is a Barbie movie, so if that offends you, then you're going to have a good time. If it does offend you, then maybe this film isn't meant for you. And it's exactly that. It's honestly not meant for you. And there's nothing wrong with that. Just like there's some films that aren't meant for me that I just won't watch specifically. So overall, though, like I said, it is very much a mother and daughter film. Ken is kind of there in a way that he's trying to find himself. Honestly, the biggest takeaway from this film was the fact that you didn't really need Will Ferrell. You honestly didn't. In my personal opinion, I feel like his character was very underutilized. As well as there's really no point. But then again, if they did utilize him a lot more, then ultimately it would just be like the Lego movie, where he's this big top executive type of guy. And honestly, it would have been a lot better if it was just about Barbie and Ken, them trying to find themselves and find their way, because ultimately Barbie ends up having these dreams, these visions, because she ends up messing up a lot. Her feet are no longer the way that, I don't know, designed in a way where now she has flat feet. She may say things that are out of the Barbie realm. So that's kind of where this movie kicks off, is there are things happening to Barbie that's not supposed to happen. Then she goes on a journey into the real world after she starts to have these visions of an individual playing with her and something happening to that said individual. And she tries and finds out exactly what happens. Meanwhile, Ken follows her, and then he gets his burst of inspiration of, you know what, who am I? So then he tries to find out who he is, and ultimately, instead of having a Barbie world, give a Ken world. And then Barbie comes back. So overall, though, The movie was fun if you're looking for an enjoyable movie, especially one to watch with your daughter, if your daughter's a little bit older. The jokes in there, I mean, there was a few adult jokes into it, but not that much. And, you know, the element, I want to say, the coloration of everything, the cinematography was bright colored, and it made you really feel like you're in a Barbie world. I will say the best thing about this film is Michael Cera. His character Alan was the funniest character in the film, and it's mostly because of the fact that who remembers the doll Alan? I grew up with in a world filled with women, and I know a lot of guys say that, but I mean, when you have cousins, sisters, everybody growing up, there's a lot of Barbies everywhere, and I never saw a box for Alan, and that's kind of the trope that, of course, that character plays. And Michael Cera does a wonderful job, and he does a funny job as well. He is probably my favorite character in the film, so kudos to that. But overall, though, what did you guys think? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Do you not like my review? And that's okay. Leave a comment down below. And, of course, check out the merchandise link also, because all proceeds go back to the channel, and every little thing helps. So we'll see you guys next time on the next review.